Marcellus, I'll start with you.
Yeah.
Think another bad offensive performance and loss to the Bills would rattle New England's confidence?
Let me be emphatic and let me be quick. No. Hell no. Like, the fact that Tom Brady's 31-3 against these damn Buffalo Bills, and he goes, oh, they got me. They got me. Oh, 31-4. Like, oh, my God, rattle the confidence in that situation. And I dare you to see him in the postseason when the mentality shifts and the confidence resets. And who's going to bet against postseason New England? So
Me.
Okay. And lose. Man, come on, big dog. Let me tell you about my former team, the Buffalo Bills, and what they're doing right now in closing the gap is building confidence within themselves, which I fully respect. But please don't think that that's going to pour over to where you're going to start to have an effect on what New England feels about the Buffalo Bills until you prove it when it matters most. Postseason with no mulligans. Jerry Hughes and others are saying this is a playoff week. No, it ain't. Because after this week, no matter what happens, you're still going to be in the playoffs. If this happens in the playoffs where you lose to New England, guess what? It's a wrap. Go to the terminal. Off-season started. So this is just one game for Buffalo to build up their confidence. But don't be so crazy to think you're going to steal something from New England.
Okay, but I just want you to be clear.
Yes.
I'm not talking about how New England feels about Buffalo. I'm talking about rattling how New England feels about itself.
By itself. Same thing for me. New England knows postseason, 3-4 game schedule, whatever that may be. Guess what? We reset our confidence. We know that this is a different mindset. I give you the example. Last year, you saw a L.A. Chargers team that has a veteran quarterback going out against the Baltimore Ravens, Week 16. Baltimore handed it to them. They saw him 2 weeks later. Baltimore didn't know which way was up. When you get into the postseason and you have veteran presence and people who've been there and done that, oh, it's a different attitude.
Would their confidence be rattled? I don't know if it'd be rattled, but they're going to have a lot of doubt. You go to the
That
first.
sounds like
That
rattle.
sounds like rattle to
confidence.
me. Synonymous.
Go to the first game. Tom Brady, 18 for 39, 150 yards. They blocked a punt for a touchdown. Josh Allen gave him 3 interceptions. He's probably not going to play that bad. The Bills have the third-ranked defense.
Yeah.
And so the Patriots know, and that's why I say I don't know if they'll be rattled, but they'll have a little doubt. They know they're playing against a team with a stout defense. Tre'Davious White is having just as good a year as Gilmore. He's just not getting the credit because he's on the Buffalo Bills. Top to bottom, the Buffalo Bills have a really good defense. The Patriots aren't very good on offense. Joey Edelman, his knee's hurt. Are they going to try to rely on N'Keal Harry to kind of pass a torch to him and say, okay, you're going to be our go-to guy? They haven't done it that much this season. So, yeah, the Bills defensively, and McDermott, he just has that, man, I don't care how big I am. I don't care how good you guys are. We're going to hit you in the mouth 60 minutes out of the whole game. We're going to see what happens when it's over.
The Bills are going to crush their souls. And I can't wait to watch their souls.
What you got?
Just taking that from the Whitlock. It sounded so good when I heard him say it.
Right.
You know? I think it does rattle them. I think it does rattle them if they come up short against this Bills team. This Patriots team does a great job of shielding themselves from any type of reactionary movements or quotables that come from the outside noise. But with that being said, I think we have heard more about the dissension or dismay or just lack of confidence from out of this camp more so than I think we ever have during the course of time of Belichick and Brady's tenure. So they are, I like to call them the most vulnerable, successful team in the National Football League right now. If they lose a game like this to a surging Buffalo Bills team, I think it does further show the mortality of this group. And they're going to have to find a way to get beyond what that loss would represent to them emotionally and mentally before they get to the end of the season and go into the playoffs.
Look, we're doing our job up here. I get it. I think some of us may be doing our job too well. and some of us may be doing our job in excess, beyond too well, to the point where we're now going to talk about this team as a whole and their confidence. Think about it. The only time I've ever lost confidence in my life is when I was at my best and it still wasn't good enough. No other time. When I had a hamstring and you beat, I'll see you next time. When I went out there and I wasn't fully prepared because I was like, Coach, man, you ain't even get us set up for. Okay, I'll get you next time. I'm going to do some extra preparation. When I'm at my best is the only time you have a chance to impact my confidence. are they at their best? Think about it. One, they think their best season is postseason. Two, Tom Brady's not playing his best football right now. He thinks, okay, in critical moments going forward, I'll find my way. Three, they're talking about, look, Edelman, we got to put you in the bottle in this postseason to get you right. Stop dropping the ball. We need to get on the same page. All of these issues, the defense is holding up their end of the bargain, but offensively, we know they're not. So their confidence won't wane in a moment where they get caught when they're at their low. But going forward, there is a mentality in that locker room that they're going to fix their woes basically by their preparation of what's upstairs.
On the best team you played for, both of you.
Buffalo, yeah.
Okay, the best team you played, was there a balance between the offense and the defense, or was one unit better than the other?
We were better than them. They were good. I don't know their ranking. We were number one ranked. We thought we was going to carry us to the Super Bowl.
What about you? Y'all's offense was better than your defense?
Offense was better, but the defense got a ton of turnovers.
So they were balanced.
Yeah.
The one thing that could come out of a game like this, when you have a dominant side of the ball, the defense going to be sitting there, and you know this.
Oh, all the time.
The defense going to be sitting there looking
bro.
at like,
Y'all going to score some points?
Right. Hey, man, come on, y'all. Get up there.
What y'all going to do? Mm-hmm. We giving you every and that
it's been that way this entire year, though.
And again, there's a breaking point.
Yeah, yes, there is. There's a lot at stake going into this game.
That's what I think. If this were, and I think this is a terrific New England defense, but it's not the 85 Bears, and it's not the 2000 Ravens defense with Ray Lewis. I'm just sorry. There's no Mike Singletary. There's no Ray Lewis. There's Stephon Gilmore on the edge is terrific. But that's not a beast in the middle of your defense that's the overwhelming leader of your defense that can carry you. I just don't – they're not a team that just, like, punishes you and snuffs you out. They're a team where Gilmore is going to make some plays on the outside. They may block a punt and create some kind of turnover. But at some point, this defense, to me, is going to look up at some point in this season, and I think it's this Saturday, and be like, hey, man, we've done enough. Are y'all going to figure it out? And I think the frustration we've seen from Tom Brady is that pressure of, damn, it's not getting any better. It's actually getting worse, and I think it's going to get even worse Saturday facing this Buffalo defense.
Okay, let's go back to that defensive scenario. I love it. Which defense is better, Buffalo's or New England? Okay, I know. New England's. All right, so if you look
You're pulling hairs with that one.
Yeah.
You're pulling hairs.
Hey, can I do that, though?
But yeah.
Okay, all right.
You pull your hairs.
I mean, all right. I understand that, but they're competing against each other, so it may be one hair that makes the difference, right? That's all I'm saying. Okay, so if you're on Buffalo's defense, you're like, we're as good as them, all right? So we're going to win the game because our defense is as good as them and our offense is better. And then somebody going to say, hey, bro, have you been watching our offense lately? The last 4 games, we won 3. But how many times have we scored over 21 points? Oh, we have not. 20, 17, and 17. Hey, bro, when we walked out the locker room, we always said as a defense, we win. We win. You give us 3, we won.
Yeah.
Like 21 is done. 21. They don't even score 21 points.
New England is used to scoring points. This is rare for them this season.
Okay.
Buffalo Bills have never been a high-powered offense since Jim Kelly. Really? When have they been high-powered like this? Since Sean McDermott has been a head coach, they've relied on this defense to win them games and at least keep them in the game.
Okay.
Tom Brady, they dropped 31 passes this year already. They only dropped 25. He doesn't have a guy that he can go to, and that's going to affect them. And another one, they lose this game, they'll probably be the 3rd seed in the AFC.
Yeah.
It's going to be a ton of pressure on them to play well and play well very early in this game.
But I just don't go into the whole bleed over effect of, we're used to scoring points. What we have, the ninth in scoring offense this year?
When you see Tom Brady sitting on the bench, on the sideline, that's frustration because he knows, man, we're supposed to be better than this. You're supposed to be doing this. We should be putting up points because of what they've done in the past.
But it's funny, the Seattle Seahawks right now, everyone talks about they're led by their offense. And New England has scored 1 more point than the Seattle Seahawks. But no one talks about it with the same complexion, with the same perception. We look at New England like, the sky is falling, but not in Seattle.
Well, just keep in mind, when you look at the points scored, some of that is New England's defense scoring some of those points. So I'm not sure if that separation is accurate. The other thing, this is my expectation, and this is more gut feeling from the limited amount I've watched Buffalo. I'm not going to say I've watched them like the Chiefs or the Ravens or some of these other teams, but I expect their defense to be more physical than New England's defense. And I expect Tom Brady to experience the price of that physicality. And Josh Allen gets hit, young baby kid, he's going to pop right back up, keep rolling. When you start hitting this 42-year-old dude who the coach has already done said this year hasn't been able to practice all the time, hasn't always been available, you start hitting him in close to Christmas, this late in the season after playing 14, 15 games, it's going to matter and it's going to add up. I think Buffalo's defense is more physical. I think they're going to be more physical on Saturday, and I think they're going to knock Tom Brady to the ground enough to bring out some frustration in him, bring out some turnovers in him, and that's going to separate. And then coming out of this game, sore body, sore mentally, the Patriots lose confidence that this team is the same as the previous one.
Winners know how to win games. The Patriots are still winners by definition. Going into this game, even if the numbers do not scream great success on offense, if they win the game and it isn't a lackluster performance where you can say, you know what, the numbers weren't high. We've seen guys win games where the numbers were not high, but they played in a way and in a manner that represented winning. And I think that that's what this New England Patriots team, if they're being wise, that's what they're looking for going into this game. Can we win ugly games? Can we win without having a big-time offense?
They've been doing that the whole season.
Okay, can they do it in this game?
One quick
this
point.
Is a big game.
Josh Allen has missed more games in his career in the last 2 years than Tom Brady has. So that old man stuff, you know what I mean? Josh Allen got knocked out his rookie year.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. And be sure to check out more of the best clips from Speak For Yourself or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.